Hello everyone, this is Alex from Poltava, and once again I asked a special favor to have one more ex-client and new friend as Alton that came to Ukraine for the first time, and came also on the same quest as all the other people that I tried to do my best to. So we have him with us today to share his opinion about the expectations that you had before you come here, the plans you made to come, what you were thinking to find, and how did you at the end found out to be. So we would like to listen, expectations versus reality.
Okay. Well, first of all, I knew I wasn't coming on a sex tour. I also knew that I was coming to meet women and not sex tourist attractions. So I was expecting some work or some challenge to with the datings.
Why you speak to me about those things, about the sex tour stories?
Because the sex
tour... I asked this, is there the need to make that difference about? Is there any messing ideas about what people really come to do here?
There's a lot that I've encountered, and because I've been in the searching for the appropriate agency to use, there was a lot of come visit our women and have a good time issues.
Well, that is a kind of ambiguous.
Right. Well, I didn't want to just come out and say that, you know, some places were selling their dates type of situation. Coming here to Poltava with you, Alex, it was a much nicer, genuine girls really looking to meet me.
You, of course, you do not have experience to work with the previous agencies in terms of local personal meetings,
right?
But you told me once that you had experience in terms of communicating through paid online dating websites. Yes. And how do you feel now, the difference between spending months communicating and paying and coming here and see them alive?
It's a major difference. Going through the other online dating, they're scam artists. Every time I turned around, the girl might be able to lead me on for 2 months, maybe 3 months, and then the letters would start being a little odd. And what I'm saying is, it started looking more like there more than one person was writing to me. So that's kind of one of the first signs I saw.
So would you advise other men to pay attention to the content of those letters, because you realize that the same profile lady that is writing to you, the content sometimes change, like it's not the same person writing?
Yes, most definitely.
Well, that everybody knows, because I already explained how it happens. I also would like you to share a very funny, interesting detail about that someone that you still are waiting to reply your letter.
Yes. There's this one, I had gone through my list of saying, oh, well, they're in Poltava, I'll just go ahead and send a little note to them. She replied back, and then I replied back to her after I received the okay from Alex and Lucy that she was real and, you know, she was really interested. So I replied back to her. This was a month and 8 days ago.
So this was after we made the background check on the lady and let you know, this lady is genuine, keep on there what you are doing on that website, let's see where it goes.
And I sent the letter to her 38 days ago, 39 days ago, and it's still sitting there in their office waiting to be processed. And I've met her 8 times in the past 8 days. And that letter's still waiting to be delivered to her.
And is she aware about those letters?
I told her that it's there.
And what was the reaction?
Oh, I've never received it. I've never received no notification.
Those that you paid for?
Yes.
Okay, that's what it is. It's just I wanted it to share because some people sometimes they are hard to believe. We see what we want to see, and sometimes we don't see what we should see.
Yes.
So, and how did you feel Poltava? How did you feel the people, the culture, the safetiness of the city?
Well, supposedly the Poltava is much more active than it is right at the moment. It's still kind of winterish. It's mid-April, so all the tourists aren't coming up and down the roads. But it's a very nice, quiet, touristy city. Reminds me a lot of Portland, Oregon.
Did you feel any kind of fear or not being comfortable walking by yourself on the streets?
No. Always felt comfortable. Didn't have anybody looking at me going, oh, there goes one of those Americans. So I did not feel that way.
Okay, good. Other question I would like to ask, because now it's a updated situation due to the political instability.
Yes.
Did you, comparing to what you see back home on television, those fighting people all the time and all these riots on the streets, did you see that here?
No, not at all.
If you would not see television, would you understand that this is going on in this country?
Not outside my window. There's nothing out there. There was, what was it, Saturday? Yeah, it was Saturday when they had some sort of march. The Ukrainian flags are waving, and the red and blacks. Was it? You said that was the city flags?
The city flags that had the blue and the yellow ones that you said.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
And they were marching down, nice and politely. They were throwing smoke and banging drums and firing out firecrackers, but it was all peaceful.
You feel cozy, you were treated well, I believe so.
I was.
Was on your expectation.
Yes.
And how did you feel the process about to finally come and meet those women that you choose and someone will recommend, and how was your screening down the situation?
Well, this isn't America, so
Definitely.
dress down and be more relaxed. It's not as fast paced as New York or Dallas or Los Angeles.
So you want to say be patient.
Be patient, yes. Give it time.
It's needed because you see everybody have their own lives, and
Yes.
they don't stop the world because arrives someone from the United States, right?
Right.
That we all would love things to happen that way, but till we win position on their hearts and we represent someone important for them, we are just someone that came, and unfortunately it doesn't.
We're just visitors.
We are visitors. We are not going to stop their lives. When we make the click there, then the things go better and closer.
Yes.
But of course, maybe past 5, 6, 7 days a week.
Right.
So that's what makes it difficult for people that come here for 7 days.
And those 7-day tours, they're very fast paced.
Yes.
And it's speedy.
And they also don't have time to approach, you see. You are now having a good start, and you have someone that you screen down till you
Yes.
stay with this person. We are not going to spread the fireworks yet.
Right.
Let's keep it for later. But this was a process, and this is what
Yes.
I would like you to share with us. Is like you met the number of people that you were interested on. You had denies, of course.
Yes.
We had people that were not so much in chemistry when you arrive. Others that have created some difficulties now. What am I going to do with two birds on the head?
Well, I wasn't going there, but okay.
It happens to all of us. So we are here, they are there, and it's difficult to ignore them.
Yes.
So what I would like you to tell is that, was it difficult to meet like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 ladies during this period of time you are here? Did you felt not at ease? Did you felt compromised because you didn't come for an exclusive lady and you came in open opportunities to all of them?
Well, because I did come knowing that I had more than just one, it's always better to have more than one egg in a basket. So even if one of the eggs broke, I still had a few others. So I was prepared for some rejection, because these are real women, real people with real attitudes and personalities. And if they didn't match with mine, well, or vice versa. So I had no problem with that. That was part of my expectations, that there's going to be a few.
Well, I confess I was a little bit afraid, because you have bad experience on online dating.
Yes.
You never came to Ukraine, you don't know the mentality, you don't know the people, and suddenly you come here, you are not Brad Pitt, you are not 30 years old, so it doesn't make the things that easier. So if you come full of expectations, that can even jeopardize the success. So and this is what I was trying to understand, is what did you find out that is needed on your behavior to succeed? And this is like one of those definitely is the fact that you should not have too much anxiety. You should not. You need to be an open mind. And
most definitely.
What did you learn more about this way of dealing with Ukrainian women? So much different from back home.
Well, the main thing was that you got to be able to trust your translator. The translator needs to be local. It's fantastic to have boots on the ground here in Poltava, so that way they know they're going to treat you correctly, and they're going to make sure that if you screw up, you really screw up, but if it's fixable, well, maybe.
You had the opportunity to experience that. Me or Lucy, we told you things that you didn't like.
Oh, well.
When you screw it up, I tell you.
Yes.
And because it's difficult to read eyes, it's almost impossible to understand the language.
Most definitely.
And we sometimes need to correct steps. And this guidance, because we try to help you to understand the people, but at the same time we cannot ask you to be another person. You need to be who you are.
Yes, most
and
definitely.
that is the match is be who you are. And we try our best to find someone that matches with who you are.
Yes.
And we just try to correct some points here or there that have to do with mentality, different perspectives of seeing the same thing. Right? So I believe that you overpassed all those stories.
I think so.
Calmly. But you gave yourself 17 days to come here.
Yes, I did.
And you are ready to come soon again.
Yes.
Because you have reasons to.
Most definitely. But yeah, I'm coming back soon, but I still have 2 girls I need to decide between.
Don't call them girls, because those guys will think they are under 20.
Right, okay. They're ladies.
Yes.
Yes.
And did you find the difference between what is to meet a lady between 20 and 30 and the lady above 40?
Yes, there's a major difference. But then you have to realize that most people above 40, they have a different perspective on life.
Is it easier to find a woman around 40 years old that is ready to move her life abroad?
No.
No. Why did this not easy? What did you discover?
Because they've been here for 40 years. Why do they want to give up their life for 40 years? It's
but they want to change something. That's why they appeal to an agency to get married with some foreigner man. So that.
So you have to convince them to give it all up for you. And that's another thing about American women. They've grown up and been raised in a disposable society. And here in Ukraine, it's not a disposable society. It's a long-term relationship.
Yeah, they get married and they never ever think on being divorced.
Right.
That's why so many of them are caught by surprise, and we see them with kids trying to find a second chance in life. And what Alton experience is what I say to people so often. Let's see this way: a woman, when she goes out from Ukraine to get married with a foreigner, this foreigner really needs to mean a lot for her.
Yes.
And love is something that it definitely must be there. Because we are talking about someone of 20 or 40 that will leave back all her legacy, all her life, all her friends, family, everything that her life was built upon will go alone and alone with her to the United States in this case, or to any country in Europe. So, and they will be depending on this man that took them out from here. So for her to feel comfortable to make these steps, she really needs to love the man.
Yes.
And no other way is possible. No one goes to play and experience the husband and the wife 5,000 miles away, depending on someone that they do not know.
Right.
So
if they do, they're fools.
And okay, I even didn't want to go to that side, not to say the bad things, because you are here to talk about good things.
Yes, yes.
And about between us guys, what about the 40 years old Ukrainian woman and the 40 years old American woman? Did you find something different?
Yeah, because there's this. It's a European city. It's an old European city. It's built very small. Everybody walks. You don't get in your car and go drive half a block to go to the restaurant. Restaurants are just right around the corner. And a 40-year-old Ukrainian lady is much more fit, much more capable. And
you can say she has nice legs.
Very nice legs, yes. And United States women, they're lucky if they can walk 20 feet.
Oh, of course.
Maybe 30 feet.
Don't go that way. It can be some Ukrainian or American women watching this that they will call us bad names.
Okay. Well, there's always the exception to the rule.
Yes.
Yes.
Good that I live where there are lots of exceptions.
Yes.
So, the other and last thing I would ask you to share is what is now for you that know and experience what is to come in a quest to date and try to find a wife overseas. What would you recommend to your friends if they want to come? What did you find that are the key steps and the important things to succeed, as we all believe you will?
Well, first thing is to listen to Alex and Lucy. Secondly, come prepared, such as don't overdress. The first meetings are not interviews, they're acquainting sessions. Thirdly, be prepared to go the distance. It's not going to happen overnight. So the first leg of the journey is to get here and get picked up by Alex and brought back to Poltava. And after that, it is however long you want to stay, you date, you meet and greet, you date a few times, and you date some more. And if you don't have a congealing of the two, then you still have time to maybe go back to Alex's database and find another one.
Tell me something. Did me and Lucy make a difference upon your success and your steps?
Almost definitely. Had I just come over here by myself, I would have been lost. I would have been an upset American. Oh, I spent all this money going over to Ukraine. I didn't get one date. I didn't do this. And all the girls I took out, oh, they just sucked all the money out of my pocket. And
where do you find that is the most important help that we represent with our personal assistance and guidance during all your stay? What are the most important points that you see on the fact that you have a Alex guy and a Lucy translator that follow your steps and give you advices and like me, drive you here, drive you there, go out with you just to have fun? Which are the most important points for your success?
For my success was to have an honest person, an honest translator. They weren't paid by either side, so y'all weren't playing favorites. And of course, you're a straight shooter. You tell it as it is. So if it's bad or good, you tell us.
Well, guys happily tell me that that's what they pay me for. But
Yes.
I know they don't like some of them. But it
Yeah,
needs to be.
That's right, it needs to be.
It needs to be. So hope you've enjoyed this one more happy case for us, and one more client that had the opportunity to experience, and one more friend that we made, and we will see him in a couple of months for sure back, and then we will tell him more.
Right.
Thank you.